Hello, hello, it's Wessel here, and thanks for joining me as we continue on my adventures in SnowRunner on hard mode. And today we're up to day 8, I think it is, of Lake Cove. And I reckon today will be the last day we'll be here. I think we're going to hit Imandra today. We've only got about 3 or 4 tasks left to do, and I think now, might even be less than that. But anyway, I think we'll be trying to manoeuvre the fleet, gradually heading our way back up to Imandra Gateway. So without any more chattering, let's pick up where we left off yesterday and finish the things that I actually had hoped to finish yesterday if I hadn't been attacked by nasty icy sheets. So we managed to complete the foreigner task yesterday, so now we own this Ford F750, which is rather nice. I'm going to bring it back and then head it down to the garage. And then on top of that, as you can see in the top corner, we've still got the Forecast Unclear task to do. And I think we've got another one, but I'm not 100% sure. Stop that engine. Into the step. Actually, I might hop into the Ford just to see what I've got. So at the moment the Ford has 62 litres in its fuel tank. It's got 50 litres in a utility mount and 60 litres in a pickup bed. Oh, that's pretty neat. So 60 in the pickup bed and 50 in the utility mount. What I'm thinking now, you can sort of see my brain gradually going click, click, click as I'm trying to think. I'm trying to work out if I can manage 90 litres out of this. Because the if I can get 90 litres, so that's 50 and 30, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take... Right. I'm going to take everything out of there, and then I'm going to put $30. 30 and 50 is 80, whereas not 90. So that isn't quite right. 30 and 50 is 80. Okay, 45 plus 45 is 90. Okay, all right, you can see, I don't know if you can hear my brain working, but it is. So I'm going to take it out of the utility mount and empty that. I'm then going to put 45 from there. Did I just put that into the Tartarin? I think I did. Okay, that wasn't what I expected. Tartarin, right. So I've got 45 in the utility mount and 45 in the pickup bed. 45 plus 45 is 90. So I'm pretty happy that I've got the right amount here. And I've got 82 litres still in the fuel tank. I might as well fuel it up completely, because I might as well. Alright, I'm happy that I think I know what I'm doing. I'm going to get rid of Forecast Unclear and change it to pit stop. So I'm going to use this Ford. And The Ford is a really good sort of scout medium truck. It's sort of a cross between a scout and a truck. It's not that dissimilar, to be honest, to the Lodestar, but it can actually pull truck trailers. So it's more truck-like than the Lodestar. It can't equip mud tyres, of course, pity, but it can put on chains. So, and at the moment it's got a pretty weak engine in it. But you can definitely, I think we've already found it, or if we haven't, or no, I don't think we have actually yet, I think it's in Imandra, but you can get a very powerful engine, which makes this quite a beast. So when it's fully spec'd up, this thing is quite formidable. The other thing that's great about it is it has a major cabin add-on that gives you, I don't know, I think it's like 300 litres of fuel or something, so some massive amount of fuel. So you can sort of have fuel in this, in its pickup bed, you can have fuel in that utility tray, and you can have fuel on top, so it becomes a very, very capable scouting truck. However, we'll be using it in America more so than here. I'm only using it here because I can. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to import it here in my own little rules that I added on. But because I found it here, I figure that that's fair game. But I'm actually not going to use it for much. I'm literally just going to use it for this to fill up the scout trailer and then take it back to the garage where it will park up for the rest of the day until we get to, is it the next Americas region anyway, Yukon, I think. A bit more respect for these than I'd shown before, because they are spring loaded and they can tip over an Azov 7, which is just plain redunculous. Okay, so we can refuel from the pickup bed to the scout fuel carrier, and from the utility mount to the scout fuel carrier, and that gives us exactly what we want. So I'll just grab that little trailer. Now, I can't attach it like a trailer, because it is the Ford has the tow bar, if you like, for trailers, not for scout trailers. But we can drag it over here and that'll do just fine. So that completes our pit stop. And if I have a look and see how many tasks I've got left, there aren't many. Forecast unclear and frozen in time. So I'll hide that for the minute, because I'm just going to take this back to the garage now and put it away. I'm not going to fiddle with it, I'm not going to put any add-ons or anything. I'm just going to effectively say, well, that's now ready for America. When I get to Americas, I'll repair it, replace it, whatever. So it's just going to happily do its thing. It hasn't got chains on, so it's going to be a bit of a slip sliding trip back to the garage. Oh, I should hop in the driver's seat, shouldn't I, really? Or should I wait till I get to America? No, bugger it, I'm hopping in. Alright, so here we are in the driver's seat of the good old Ford. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Small mirrors. Be broken. So it's obviously it's in need of repair. But we'll only do that when we get to the Americas. Yes, those ice sheets definitely look scary, don't they? Alright, we're just going to keep toddling along until we get to the garage. Not a lot of comfort features here in the old Ford. This looks like it came out of the 60s. About that I would have thought. Don't think it's the 50s. It's more the 60s. Hope I'm going in the right direction. I kind of think I am. Sometimes on this ice it gets a little easy to get lost. But this feels good. So once we finish this one, then we'll hop into the little TUZ Actaeon and do the delivery of the wooden planks that we've been sitting on for a while. And then after that, we're going to start the exodus to Imandra. There's the port. I think that's the garage there. Yep. We'll see how we go. Now this doesn't have all-wheel drive at the moment, but it does have engageable diff, so we'll use that if we need to. But I'm hoping we should be okay. This is the standard way back. I might just hop out so I can see where my wheels are. So it's quite good at climbing over the rocks, given that we've not got all-wheel drive. Oh, engagement lock is always on. Just needed a bit of help. Need a bit more help. Sneaking up here. Of course, it's going to struggle a little bit here, simply because it's on ice. But we're almost to the garage now. It's quite economical too, or at least I guess that's this weaker engine. When we put in the bigger engine, it's not quite so economical. Gets along. put him away now. Leave him in the garage. Whoa. Oh, that was unnecessary. Bit of a lack of judgment there. I could blame the ice, but I don't think it really was. I think it's just my poor driving. But that's okay. We are in the garage. Okay, as I say, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I will fix it up and repair it and all the rest of it when we get it to the Americas. So I'll retain that one now and put it away. That way then I won't mistakenly try and use it. Unlike the little Actaeon that I want to use. So now we are finally going to do Forecast Unclear. Yippee! It's just amazing what this little truck can do without the all-wheel drive on. I'm going to put it on now because we're coming to a bit of a nasty spot. Just feeling a bit scared about this. No, that one. As it was, I didn't need it. But I was just a bit frightened. It is only a little truck. And I have got it raised quite high, so it's... when it's got, you know, timber in the back of it, it's got quite a high centre of gravity. So, okay. Bump. Just trying not to go too far into that water. Okay, now we're off. And we're going to be brave and follow this, pardon me, follow this path over the rocks by the rocky ledge. But I figured the TZ166 could do it, so this one can do it too. Just take my time. Particularly around this corner here. It doesn't have the greatest turning circle. But that's okay. Worst part's over. Just got to make sure we don't fall over coming off here. We'll come over this way a bit. Run down there. Nice. Yes, he's being a bit adventurous being out here all on his own. And in hindsight, maybe I should have put the autonomous winch on him. Because I'm using him more than I probably thought I was going to. So, gonna just have to take it slow and steady. And be ready with a quick winch. Get a preemptive winch. I'm just going to put it on that tree. I'm not going to squeeze it. It's there just in case I slip. But there was never a chance of him putting a foot wrong there. This will be a bit squeezy, but I think we should fit. The Tartarin came down here sideways before. That's not quite what this little guy will do. Yes, this is a little bit harder for him. Good. There we go. This part's not particularly fun. We'll just put our diff lock on. Get through the thickest of the snow. Then we're going to head up that path, which will be a bit of a challenge. And that's why I wanted to bring this little guy, because it's a skinny path. Again, with a bit of winching, I think we should be fine. And we could probably try and go up that snowy drift there. But there's a path here and we're only little, so let's give it a go. Having some fun. Got to get around that corner, that's it. It's a bit squeezy. We're getting there. Bounce, bounce. Not bad. Another one, let's go that way. No, not that one. Pretty good. So that would have been annoyingly painful in the Azov set. But probably couldn't have made it up there. Would have had to come up the snow rift, I think. But that's what the little Actaeon's made for. Sneaking through little gaps. So there's the Forecast Unclear, which leaves just Frozen in Time to go. Now Frozen in Time I'm going to do in the Tartarin, because it is the snowiest, muddiest, slowest going that we'll do. But that's okay, we'll come to that in a minute. First of all, we've got to get this little guy back. I think we should be okay to come back down the way we went. It's a bit of a squeeze. Hope we make it. Definite advantage in being little. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure this is where I came with the Tartarin and the TS8166 right back in the early days of the game. Or of the region, I should say. And we sort of can find a sneaky path pretty much straight down, almost heading that direction actually. Come through these moguls and then down to the water's edge. okay to get a wiggle on. So I'm going to take this one over, hopefully to join the TUZ 166 at the gateway to Imandra. We'll see how we go along here. I'm going to try and obviously keep to the edge. This guy, wow, this guy's quite a lot lighter, so he almost can step over the ice. Oh, that's a boggy spot, isn't it? Stay on that side of the river for a bit then. Braking that? Might be. By grabbing the back of the truck, you're far more likely to stay on your wheels. You grab the front of the truck, you can quite often pull yourself at a very weird angle. Okay. Probably should just check the map to find out exactly where I am. No, I'm doing alright. So if I can sort of hug this line, I can get up to there. So we'll stick to the tree, to the water's edge. Ow! Probably was a good crossing spot, wasn't it? Plonked our little nose in. See how it pulls us over. Oh, we got through. We just got to pick our way between the rocks a bit. Ahead. Not too shabby. So I'll just park in front. Whoa! Okay, we won't park in front. We'll lie down. Thought I could just stand him up, but I couldn't quite do it that easily. Now things are getting in the way. Right. Got to try and get up here without falling over myself. And this is a little scout sort of trick. I can lean on a tree. And I won't move. Right. He might not stay there actually. Oh, he probably will. Yep. Stop. Change. You. Poor little guy, look at that angle. That's so mean. Again, just in case. Okay. More there is a good spot to stop, I think. And just as well this guy was here with a little bit of fuel left in him. Right, so, yes, that was easy. Okie doke. So now we're going to start coming over with the Tartarin and the Step to join us. So let's just do a bit of refueling first. From the fuel tank to the Tartarin. And from the fuel tank to the Step. And that's all we've got. And then in the Tartarin, I'm going to refuel up his roof rack as well. And just steal that from the Step. Okay, and then finally we'll hop back to the Step to refuel the Step from its fuel tank. Notice the fuel tank's getting pretty empty now. So I've only got 200 litres, 195 litres in the fuel tank, so not much. Okie doke, and before we go anywhere, let's make sure that the Azov is filled up as well. Then I reckon the Step will be pretty empty. So, lots of fiddling about with fuel. Okay, so the Step is going to be left with 52 litres by the time we get there, so it's effectively empty. But that's okay because there's lots and lots more fuel in Imandra. So now it can be Tartarin and Step can go together. At least for the first bit. And I might do Tartarin and Azov and Step for the last bit. At the moment, let's start with Tartarin and Step. And we're heading over to join our friends. I'm just going to have a little look at the map. Just have a think before I go too much further. So we need to be heading over to there. We've got a couple of ways we can go. We can effectively join up with the main road and follow the main road, but that's not as great as you might think it would be. The road, particularly around about here, is really, really slow going. But that is the way I want to go with the Tartarin. But I'm thinking I might leave the step here, go on with the Tartarin, yep, and then pick up the step with the Azov so they can come together. Because I need the step to do this frozen in time task. So we'll come through the same way we went when we were dropping off the Zix and the Khan. We've got quite a lot of fuel on board, which is good because we're going to need a fair bit. Trying not to use the same block that I did before. It's okay. Join up with the main road. And the idea is to head around to the gateway. This is pretty muddy, snowy roads here. I've got a few choices here we can go, but I think I'm going to stick to the main road. We're doing okay so far, so we're sort of thinking, okay, this is working out okay. But it won't be long, and we'll be having more fun. But first of all, we've found the first spot, so that one's a good one. That's the first spot of our frozen in time little stop point. Over telegraph poles, under telegraph poles, we're doing it all. No, I don't go in there, do I? I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's just a little village and houses and things. Okay, so you can see on the map what we've still got to do. We've got the house with the garden, we've got the community centre, and we've got the ranger's cabin. So there's no, I don't know whether there's one better way or not better way for these, but let's just sort of do them as we can. Now I'm going to try and cross-country this a bit. because the snow here gets really nasty. So let's cross country this one. Can I fit? Can I fit? Can I fit? Just. I think this is the house with the garden. Yay. We'll go back the way we came so we can get to the community centre. And then we'll do the Ranger's cabin last. Is that a bit steep? Probably isn't too steep for the Tartarin. Tartarin can do anything. Oh, this is... So here's some pretty deep snow. We're spinning. Oh yes, we are spinning a little bit. Yeah. No. No. Not really. Start the engine. So we're going to grab that tree. Do a bit of winching along because it'll make us go a bit quicker. So there's the community centre. That just leaves us with the Ranger's hut to go. Slow snow. Slow snow. And there we go. Yippee! So that's us frozen in time. So that's pretty cool. That is the last task here in Lake Cove. So now we are on our way to finding the gateway to Imandra. Pretty good spot because now it's relatively plain sailing. So what I might do is pull this guy up out of the way. And then hop back into the Azov 7. And use this to bring the step over as well. Then the whole fleet is going to be queued up at the gateway to Imandra. With any luck, our timing's going to be about right. It'll be about the end of the day. We might just be able to bring some trucks into Imandra to start, maybe. Okay. So if this gets a bit too tricky, then we'll turn the engine on the step just to help. And I'm hoping it should be okay. This time, yeah, I'm going to take a slightly different route to avoid that snowy part we were talking about before. So this time we'll follow this side of the river. Try and make sure the step is right up behind as much as it can be. Because the further away it is, the more it's likely to catch on a tree like this one here. So I'm having to go very wide, which is annoying. And in fact now I'm going to have to... Yeah, so this is where this does get a little bit more challenging. You've got to keep away from the worst of the broken ice, but you still need to bring your mate with you. See if we can turn that engine on, see if that helps. Nope. Yes, unfortunately this is very slow going on the cracked ice. We don't get much progress at all. We will get there, it's just slow. We can get ourselves up onto some more solid ground, and that will help. Wow, comes so short distance. Might have gone too far. Much too far. Winches just aren't quite long enough. They never are. That's why you need the extended winch. Oh, so close. I reckon we probably ended up running the Azov 7 into some bad ice again. Wow. Yes, this is where the Azov 7 struggles a little, because look at that, what it's trying to do. It's trying to dig the entire creek bed with it. Come on, up we get. Right. This is proving probably to be worse even than if I'd gone on the snowy way. That way. Oh, come on. This is so frustrating. I've got so far to go. Never going to make it. Right, so I'm trying to get to this road, that's all. If I can get to this road, then the world will be a lot happier. And it's getting light, so I don't reckon we were going to make it. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Thought we might have been able to get across to that little island. Maybe we can still. Or not. Where the reeds are is a little bit stronger, and it is. So finally, might have got ourselves out of the worst of the river crossing. Make our way up to the main road. Now, or not. Might have a bit of trouble getting the step to follow us. Too bad, we had more trouble just getting there ourselves. Well, we're certainly getting closer, but I think that's going to have to be the end of the day. So a fairly frustrating end of the day. There I was thinking we'd make it to Imandra and maybe even get our fleet there. Nope. Now you can see there's our I think there's our trucks up there. Something up there. Yeah, it's probably the Tartarin, I guess. So we're going to stop there. Oops. Change the trucks. Turn this engine off too. Okie doke. And that's pretty much all we're going to get through today, which is disappointing because I wanted to get to Imandra. But as you can see, we're close. So hopefully we'll be there tomorrow. In which case then, you know, we'll be starting the Imandra stuff. Otherwise, yeah, frustrating day. But that's what you get used to in Kola Peninsula. It's slow going and difficult. But we're getting through it. Hopefully you're enjoying my struggles and that you'll join me again tomorrow because I'm going to continue on with my adventures in SnowRunner then. Thanks for watching and bye-bye for now. Bye.